Hello, and welcome to the second episode of Beautifully Lost. Our today's episode is about trusting where you are and enjoying the moment. I don't know. I was thinking about what I should record this episode about, and then I'm like, it's kind of obvious because we often want our dreams to come in at the exact moment when we wish them, but most of the time it's not possible. I believe that if you listen to yourself and you act, you are exactly where you're supposed to be no matter where you are. Like, I am in my hometown right now, and I have I had always wanted to leave this place. I didn't like it. I wanted to move to a bigger city, and I did. I hadn't been living here for 3 years, and now I'm back. And at first, I was pressuring myself into finding the answer for what's next and when I'm gonna leave because I didn't want to leave here. But it only led to me having a burnout because I was meant to be here. And I know exactly why. Because I have a safe space to create, to get to work on myself, to get better, to grow. And I don't have a lot of friends here. I have a few, and we don't really see each other often. So I have a lot of time and a lot of space to be with myself. And in other places where I lived, even if I didn't work, like I didn't have anything to like work on, didn't have to do anything um specific. I had a lot of friends and I was meeting with them constantly. I love them and I'm grateful for that period. I love my friends, but I didn't have so much space and so much time to be myself and to create and to just, I don't know, to just find out who I am. It was really hard for me to accept that it's the right place for me to be, but as soon as I did, I started to enjoy it. And now I feel like I'm not ready. I'm still not ready to leave. I'm gonna be soon, but I'm still not ready. And I started to create a lot more. I started to spend time by myself. Yesterday, I went outside at like 10 p.m. and it was already dark. Why am I crying? I don't know. And I went for a walk and I didn't do it for a long time. Like going for a walk at night when it's dark. And I felt so happy. It was so calm. And I just sat on the bench and I was like, I'm just so happy at the moment. Like, I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to enjoy the smell of a summer evening and I'm happy to enjoy the cool wind and the warmth of a summer evening. And I was so happy. And usually when I was at the other places I was always worried about the future. And I'm not saying that I wasn't worried about the future here, but I let it go for some time. I told myself that I'm gonna follow myself, listen to myself, and act on it until the end of the summer, and then I will see where it will take me. If it will not take me where I want it to take me, I'm gonna take actions that I don't really want to take. Like, I want to go traveling, and I know that I can go and work abroad and save money, but I don't want to do that because I burn out, because I work 24/7, and it's like, it's not okay. It's not for me. Like, I don't know if it's for anyone at all. I just accepted where I am, and I'm the person who, if you watched the previous episode about my family, the other plus of those circumstances is that I can easily adjust to the new circumstances no matter where I am, no matter what is going on around me. I can adjust to other circumstances because I also have this light inside of me, and the phone, like my home, is here. And I can always find the reason why I am at a certain place, and to find what is gonna teach me or why the spirit is given to me, you know. So I know exactly why this period was given to me, because I needed to learn how to create. I need to connect to myself better. I need to just chill the fuck out, because I was constantly worried about money when I was traveling, and I just needed to like excel and then just be, you know. Even though I didn't let myself do this because I was pressuring myself into leaving, even though I didn't feel like I need to. And I didn't want to come back here also, but I felt like I need to, so I did. And I didn't really have a choice. Well, I had a choice, but I decided to come back. I just want to like share it because I think that it's so important to just appreciate every period of your life. Even when I was living in my toxic household, it was hard for me, but I understood, or I tried to accept that the spirit is given to me for some reason. And it was because I learned how to create this island of peace in this crazy environment, and now I can do this anywhere, no matter what is happening. I can be this peace that I need. I can create it within myself. So I don't care what is going on around me. I can always come back here. And this is what I learned because of the spirit, because I lived there. And also, I learned happiness because I don't remember if I told this in another episode, but happiness is in the small things. And I learned how to be happy. And it's really important how to notice small things and to be happy. Like yesterday, I didn't expect myself to be happy because like I heard I need to go for a walk, and I did, and I was so happy. I was just happy to be like to exist. And I remember when I was still living in my toxic household, I remembered I was ready to leave. Like I wasn't ready. I wanted to leave, and I like arranged everything. I talked to my mom, and we like arranged that I'm gonna leave. And I remember showering, and I was crying because I'm like, but I don't want to leave. Yes, I don't want to live in like this environment, but I'm not ready to leave. I don't want to leave. And I decided to not leave because I wasn't ready, even though I wanted this is the thing that I wanted the most. I wasn't ready yet. And I left, I think in like 8 months, I left. So I needed that time, you know? I wasn't ready. It wasn't the right time for me to leave. And I know it may sound hard, and it may be hard to accept, because when you are in this crazy environment, the only thing you want is to live peacefully and to just leave. But sometimes it is what you need to go through, as hard as it sounds. Only you decide if it is for you, but it was for me. And you can find the answer here if you will be truly honest with yourself. But about being like at the right time and the right moment, crazy things happen to me like so many times. But I believe that everything in our lives is happening the way it's supposed to like teach us something, or to lead us somewhere, or for in order for us to grow. And oh my god, I'm enjoying so bad, like recording this. And I believe that these two if you follow these two rules, listen to yourself and uh act not what your mind thinks. You need to act like what your heart thinks. Like sometimes the actions don't make any sense, but you just need to trust it. For example, I am buying roller blades. Roller blades. Why I am doing this? I have no idea. If I'm planning to leave, why am I buying them? I don't know. But I guess my inner child wants to play. So I'm doing this for her. And, I also believe that there is a plan for each of us. Not everyone is gonna fulfill the plan, but your plan, it's what you're truly dreaming of. So the universe's plan for you is you fulfilling your dreams because you're dreaming of those things not for no reason. And I believe that if you're dreaming, like truly dreaming, not dreaming because you will be cool, like you will get a new car and people will think that you're cool, or you will get the biggest house on the shore and people will think that you're cool. No, not that. What you're dreaming of here. For example, for me, I can't sing, but I'm dreaming of becoming a singer. Will it happen someday? I don't know, but I think yes. In the far future. So I think that if you're dreaming of something, you are able to fulfill it. And you're dreaming of something because one of the versions of yourself in the future already have it. So that's why I believe that if you listen to yourself, your soul, the universe, it will lead you to your dreams. But you need to be open because sometimes we don't let ourselves dream big, or we cannot imagine the things that can happen to us. Our goodness limit, the goodness we can imagine is limited, but for example, you can get even more, like more than you can imagine. So I'm trying to be open to like receiving. I hope it makes sense what I'm saying. I want to tell you about this time when everything worked out because I think that sometimes you are being prepared for something, like you are being widened. You like you go through some stuff that make you grow in order to receive those things, or in order to step into the new reality, because you can't step on it with the old version of you. You need to grow and you need to change. Exactly what's happening to me, because look at my wall. If you remember, it was super beautiful and there were a lot of like stuff on the wall, but one day I read a book The Artist's Way, and I do the tasks and so many changes are happening, and one day I woke up and I'm like, this wall is not about me anymore, and I like took everything down. I don't know, it just feels like it. And then I used all of those things in a scrapbooking, because I started to like junk journal or scrapbook. I don't know. I think it's really beautiful. So I will show you the things that were on the wall. Like, and I'm using them to scrapbook. I really love the result. I don't know why I'm supposed to do this, but I'm enjoying the process, and I started to create so much. I love creating. I couldn't do this before. This book is changing my life. I don't scroll as much as I did, and I started to create instead of scrolling. Just think about it. This this is what is gonna change my life, to create instead of scrolling. So the situation. I was living in Kiev. So I believe that sometimes you need to be in some period of your life longer because you're being prepared. But as soon as you will be ready, sometimes it's not you who are supposed to jump. It's the universe who is supposed to push you, and then you're supposed to jump after. So that's what's happened to me. I was living in Kiev and I was working as an English teacher. Same thing here. It was my first job and I was supposed to work there so I would be more confident in me speaking English, and so I will learn more and I would be able to record these videos for you because I started my English YouTube channel when I was like 6 months after I 6 months after I started to work as an English teacher, and right when I was about to quit the job. So nothing is for no reason, you know. Everything is happening for a reason. So I remember I was working at the job for like 4 months at the time, and we had like a winter vacation stuff, winter vacation thing going on. And before that, I was enjoying my job. Like, yeah, it was hard. I was stressing a lot. My hair was falling out because it was so stressful. Like, I was teaching um large group of people, like 17 teens, 10 grown-ups. I know that my English is still not perfect, but their level was like low, so I could teach them. And I don't know if anyone can have a perfect, like, you can have a perfect level, but I think it's okay to make mistakes because it's not my first language, you know. I think that I'm good at it anyway because I can speak and I can tell you my thoughts and I can explain myself. So I remember after the winter vacation, the first working day, I come to work and I'm like, I don't want to be here. I hate it here. I want to leave now. Before that, I didn't have thoughts about leaving ever. I was planning my life. I was like, okay, well, with time, I'm gonna rent an apartment. I'm gonna have a cat because I really want to have a cat. And I'm just gonna live in Kiev. No, universe had another plan for me because around that time I remembered about my biggest dream ever, to go traveling, to go backpacking, and I forgot about it. As I was working as an English teacher, I forgot about it because I'm like, okay, I have a job, my life seems planned out, like a few years ahead seem planned out for me, and I just forgot. I didn't know how I will achieve the dream. I totally wanted to achieve it someday, but I didn't know how. And then I remembered about it because I shuffled it to the back of my mind, if it's the right word. I forgot it, like I closed it away from myself, and then when I came to my work, I'm like, I don't want to be here. I hate it. I don't want. I don't want to to be here. I don't want to work here. I can't do this anymore. And then I was thinking about it, and I have actually a video about it, about my path. I think it started when I was still working as English teacher. I was recording. I felt called to record my path, my thoughts as I go through what is like going on in my head, what is my thought process of me listening to myself and believing in the unknown, in what I feel and what I can't see yet. And I did it. You can watch the video. I did it. It's in Ukrainian, but it has English subtitles. So, and yeah, I was thinking about quitting the job, but I was like, okay, yeah, I want to quit, but I don't want to stay without an income. I think I'm gonna have an online job maybe first. I'm gonna find something and then I'm gonna quit. It didn't work. Just the further I was going, the further I was working there. I'm like, I cannot do this anymore. I just can't. Like, you know, everything was okay, and then like this, I was done with it. I was just done with it. Sometimes it happens, you know? You have a situation and you're like, you're accepting it even if you don't like it, and then at you can't like, you can't leave, or you can stop it, and then at one moment you're like, that's it, I'm done. No doubts, I'm done. because you were ready to be done, you know? And I was thinking about quitting. I didn't quit, but then I was told that I'm supposed to do more work. Like, I was supposed to also mm, learn the text to be a teacher at the first ever lesson for new students. And I'm like, fuck no. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Fuck no. I'm working 12 hours a day. I'm not doing that. And I'm just like, I'm like, it is a sign. It is a sign for me to quit now. You know, the universe get me didn't leave me a chance to stay, because it was like, no, you're going, you're done. Mm-mm, you're not staying. Because I was doubting, because I didn't know where I'm going with this. I didn't have a plan. Like, how will I earn money? And so I texted and I left. I worked, I think, for a month and a half more, and it was really fucking hard. But I left, and then I spent all the money that I earned for my on a trip to Spain, which taught me so many things. That trip taught me so many things. I am a delusional girl, you know? It can be a positive thing, but it can be also a negative thing, because I was going to Spain completely sure that I'm gonna meet someone there. Why? Because I felt it before I left. Have I met someone? No. And I think I confused the feeling, because I was looking into it later, and I understood that Spain, that period of time, was given to me to learn to love myself better, and to not have expectations how it's supposed to go. Because, you know, when you expect something, it's not gonna come. When I mean, when you want it so bad, it's not gonna come, because you translate to the universe. Well, not translate, you show the universe that you don't have it. Oh my god, I want it so bad. The universe is like, oh, you don't have it, okay. Like, the universe sees your feelings, what you're feeling, and it gives you what you're feeling. And you're feeling that you don't have it, and the universe is like, okay, you don't have it. Well, you will not get this thing if you want it so bad. You need to ask for it, and then you need to let it go. That's how it works. I'm not an expert. It's still not working for me every time. It's not working for me like right away, but it does eventually. So yeah, and I was so disappointed then that I didn't meet anyone. But and that's why I had a food poisoning on my birthday. It was a crazy food poisoning. But again, you know what happened? I was in a hostel, and there was a Ukrainian woman in my room. There were 6 people, and there was a Ukrainian woman in my room. Who could have thought it? How did it even happen? Like, and she helped me, and like she gave me pills because I was not able to go to the pharmacy, and she was talking to me until I fell asleep, like until 3 or 4 in the morning. So yeah, Barcelona taught me a lot. It taught me not to expect things, just let it be as it is, because I was expecting a lot. Yes, I am delusional, but I felt things that made me think that, you know, because I trust the feeling here, but I just confused the feeling, because I felt the love before I went to Barcelona. I felt the huge love towards myself, and I thought it's because I'm gonna meet someone, but it was because I'm gonna love myself better. So, you know, yeah, I quit my job and I didn't know where it will take me. But I remember in April, I think. So I left in July. I didn't know that I will leave. It's me telling you the future. I didn't know that I will leave, but in April, I remember talking to my friend, and I'm like, mm, I'm not gonna be here in August. I'm gonna leave midsummer. I don't know how, I don't know why, but I'm gonna leave. I didn't know how. I still didn't finish the university, so I just let myself be. I was trying to start earning online. I created my Etsy shop with designs of portfolios. I tried to be more present in social media. I was growing my YouTube. I was posting on YouTube, recording videos, and I was expecting that if life led me to quit my job, it's all gonna work out like immediately, and I'm gonna see why it all happened. Not as fast, girl. Wait, chill out. Chill out. Like, it all was, of course, important. I finished the university, and by that time, I decided that I will achieve my dream any way possible. Like, it's my biggest dream to go backpacking for a few months. I'm gonna achieve this dream no matter what. And I decided to go and work abroad to save money because I didn't want to live in my hometown. And, like, I'm from Ukraine, so the average salary here is around 500 euros, maybe a little bit less, 400, 500. Um, if I will spend money, I will fucking save for this trip for a lot of years, you know? Because I can't work like 12-hour shifts and not spend money to keep me going, to like to not burn out completely. It just wasn't time. I still didn't figure it out, but I believe that it's all happening by a plan, and it's all happening the way it's supposed to, and it's all gonna work out. And I can see why. Now I can see why I didn't start to earn money online. You know why? Because when I went traveling, if I would have worked, I would not be able to build the connection that I built because I would be busy working. And the point of me going was to feel the complete freedom and to know what it is, to see how it can be. It was like a subscription, like a trial period, and if I would have worked, I would not be able to build the connection I've built, and the connections were really deep. I have so many like great people that I met, so many, like, yeah. And I also wouldn't be coming back here. I wouldn't have had come back here, and it was really important for me to come back here. So I did. I left for Greece. I worked in Greece for 3 months, and then um, I left for Thailand, and I spent 3 months in Thailand. And I think I told the story a million times, but I when I was landing in Thailand, I had 100 euros in my bank account. I was worried as soon as I bought a ticket to Thailand for 500 euros. I'm like, I have 300 left. What am I doing? Like, what am I doing going there without money? Everything worked out. Everything worked out. But that experience, yes, I was constantly worried about money most of the time in Thailand. But that experience taught me how to trust. That experience freaking told me. I don't know how many times I was lying in my hostel room and I'm like, I have a hostel paid for like the next 3 nights. What am I doing next? Where am I going? I have 70 euros. What am I doing? But it all worked out. I ended up volunteering at one specific hostel for like 2 months, for 3 weeks first, and then a month and a half. But when I wanted to volunteer at other places, it didn't work out. I wasn't expected accepted, or I was accepted too late. So, you know, I had to learn how to trust, and I'm like, girl, just remember Thailand. You have never missed a meal and you have never slept outside. Everything worked out. You were living like a good life, drinking ice lattes every day. So, okay, almost every day. Like, oh my god, the dream life. Living in a paradise where it's warm all the time, drinking ice lattes every time, having great people around. This is my dream world. That's why I actually left, because I was feeling too comfortable there and I was too happy, and I'm like, I will not achieve anything in this life like this. It's not the peak of my life. I'm only 21. I was 21. It's not the biggest thing that is going to happen to me in this life. Like, I need to move on. I'm too comfortable here. I didn't create there because I just didn't feel like it. And it's also interesting because I was creating constantly in Greece. I was creating for like 3 reels a day. I was editing my YouTube videos, and I even recorded my path from Greece to Thailand, because like the journey was really long. Like, I passed, I think, like 4 or 5 countries, including India, which was interesting. And I recorded a video about that, but I have never came around to edit it. It's just, I just came to Thailand. I tried. I sat down and tried to edit something. I just didn't feel like it. I felt like I don't have energy for this. And I know why, because I was supposed to experience. I wasn't supposed to create. I was supposed to experience. And I created a few reels later, but yeah, the main goal for me was is to experience. Was to experience when I was there. So you see, everything worked out, and then I came back here. It was, of course, it was hard. Of course, it took me a long time. I think a few months to accept the fact that I'm not in Thailand anymore, and like to let it go. But I feel like I was not able to go into the next level until I let that go. And now I feel like I'm ready to go, because I'm not sad anymore when I look at my memories from Thailand. I'm happy that I had them and that I experienced them, because for a few months I was sad. I was crying, watching the all the notes that people left me, because I was missing that so much, that freedom. But I'm okay now. I'm almost ready for a new adventure, and I know that it's gonna be bigger. And I'm happy that I came back, especially now. It's a really important period of my life, because I'm reading the book The Artist's Way. I'm talking about it often, but maybe not often enough, because I don't know anyone who does it also. The Artist's Way. I actually didn't think much of it when I started. I actually also started it a year and a half ago. I did a week and a half, and then I stopped. I don't know. I don't remember why I stopped, but I just didn't feel like continuing. And then, like, it's been a year and a half and 6 months since I came back, or 5 months, and I look at this book, and I'm like, maybe I should start doing the exercises. Maybe it will help me. The freak! This book is much more than a book. It's crazy. And I always gave it away to a girl in Thailand, but she just seemed not. I don't remember. I think she seemed not interested in it, and I'm so happy because I get to experience this. It's freaking crazy. I thought it will be just a book that will help me to create more. No, it's not. It has so many tasks that help me to understand myself on a deeper level, to understand what I want, to ruin the blocks that are stopping me. I also started to create much more, and there was a task to not like scroll, read, and watch TV for a week. I did it, and now I'm not coming back. The week has ended, and I'm not back to scrolling, because I don't want to. I create and I feel much better. And so many synchronicities started help happening while I'm reading this book. I'm on a week 5, so it's been 4 weeks. It's the first week. The amount of things, the amount of synchronicities that happened is crazy. And I think it's not about the book. It's about the fact that I started to to dig deep inside of me, to like deep into all my traumas, into who I am, who I truly am, who I want to be, and that who what other people told me I need to be. And that's why the universe started to open doors for me, because I started to do the work, you know? It's so crazy. Like, I cannot explain, but this book is literally changing my life, and I'm really interested what is gonna happen next. Because for now, it's like my hobby is to go to my local cafe, sit outside, drink caramel iced latte, and do the exercises from this book. This is my current hobby. This is my favorite thing to do ever. It's just crazy. If you feel called to it, I'm recommending this book. But again, you see, as it happened to me, I started to seriously take it when I was ready to. But I'm happy that I have it, because I would not be able, probably, would not be able to buy it now, because like I would not put it into a priority because it costs more than a regular book, and also I needed to order it from abroad. So yeah, I ordered it then because I had the opportunity to, and it's changing my life. It's freaking crazy. Like, and I'm also recording this podcast because of this book. Yes, yes. All of this is like this scrapbook is also because of this book. I'm telling you, it's freaking crazy. Sometimes you just need to trust. So the main advice of this episode is to listen, act, and trust. Listen, act, and trust. Those three things will take you far and even further than you ever think it would. So, yeah, I actually like, as I did before, like a year and a half ago, when I felt like my life is gonna change and I'm gonna achieve my goal, my dream. I didn't know how, but I felt like I will leave in July, and I did freaking leave in July. How crazy is it? And now I feel that I'm gonna leave in September. I have no idea how, no idea, but I feel it like it's gonna happen, and I believe it, and I do the work. So, what else I wanted to tell you? Yeah, sometimes, like, as the more work you put in, it's my favorite journal. The more work you put in, the more synchronicities are gonna start happening in your life, and like the more times you will be at the right time at the right place. I cannot explain how special it is and how helpful the god, or like the universe, the world can be when you start like listening to yourself and act and create. Because like the universe wants it for you, wants it for yourself. You want to create something, to like record their podcast or like whatever, write a book, not only because you want it, but because someone in this world needs it, and the universe knows it. And when you follow your dream, you also follow the will of the universe, and that's why it's gonna bring you more blessings that you ever expected to receive. Like, it's so crazy. I'm so excited talking about it because it's so crazy. It's life changing. It fucking is. Yeah. You need to be grateful. You need to be positive about world. You need to look at this world and be grateful that you are here. Be grateful that you are healthy. You can walk, you can run, you can talk. Like, be grateful for more things in your life, and it's not only because you will receive more, but because you are gonna be happier when you are gonna start noticing the good things in your life. And I think the last thing I want to tell you, we are gonna finish this podcast. We are gonna finish this episode with a quote, because I was looking for inspiration on Pinterest, and I found this one. I want to tell it to you, to say this, to tell it to you. There is no need to rush. What's meant for you always arrives on time. Yes. And I think this quote is telling us not about the specific time, but about the time when you are ready. I ran out of storage for the second time throughout this video, and I was cut off exactly at the end of this phrase. But I want to tell you, we're gonna finish now, but I want to tell you that I think this quote says not about a specific time on the timeline, but about the time when you are ready. Because we are being given lessons our whole lives, and if you got a lesson, until you get it, you will you will be given the situation again and again and again until you get the lesson. So when you get it, you are ready. So yeah, we just need to trust. And sometimes you're not supposed to get it from the first time, from the second time, from the fifth time, from the 10th time, but I believe that you will. If you are going through something, you will. It's all gonna work out. You're gonna you are gonna do it, no matter what it is. So yes, thank you for watching this episode. I love this episode even more than the previous one. If you like this episode, go and watch the first one. I was talking about getting back your spark, and that you're not supposed to define yourself by what other people think who you are. So, yeah, if you're interested, go and check it out. Thank you for watching this episode. Thank you for being with me, and see you in the next episode of Beautifully Lost. Love you. Bye.